Good morning, everybody. In last lecture, we have started the chapter Theory of Congruences. In that lecture, we have studied definition of congruence and some basic properties of congruences. Now we shall see linear congruences. In the article linear congruences, at first we shall define what is a linear congruence and how it can be applied to solve the linear congruence by using the theorem. Definition: an equation of the form Ax is congruent to B mod n is called a linear congruence. Here x is a variable. The value of the variable x which satisfy the congruence Ax is congruent to B mod n is called as a solution of the linear congruence. That means an integer x0 for which Ax0 is congruent to B mod n is called a solution of linear congruence Ax is congruent to B mod n. The problem of solving the linear congruence Ax is congruent to B mod n is of finding a solution of the linear Diophantine equation Ax minus ny is equals to B. This linear Diophantine equation is obtained by using the congruence Ax is congruent to B mod n. By the definition we have n divides a minus b, and this implies that Ax minus ny is equals to b. Then second, two solution Ax is congruent to B mod n of this congruence are said to be equal even though they are not equal. For example, x is equal to 3 and x is equal to minus 9 are the solution of the congruence 3x is congruent to 9 mod 12. Because you can observe that if we put x is equal to 3 and x is equal to minus 9, then this congruence is solved. Therefore, x is equal to 3 and x is equal to minus 3 are solution of the congruence 3x is congruent to 9 mod 12. But these two solutions are not taken as a equal because they are congruent to each other. That means 3 is congruent to minus 9 mod 12. These two solutions are congruent to each other. Therefore, they are taken as a different equal solutions, though they are different. Because 3 is congruent to minus 9 mod 12. That means 3 plus 9, it is 12. 12 divides 12. This congruence is satisfied. Then theorem. The linear congruence Ax is congruent to B mod n has a solution if and only if D divides B, where D is a greatest common divisor of A and n. If D divides B, then it has D mutually incongruent solutions modulo n. Now we shall prove the theorem by using Diophantine equation. Because the congruence Ax is congruent to B mod n is identical or equivalent to the Diophantine equation Ax minus ny is equals to B. Okay. The first result is that the congruence Ax is congruent to B mod n has a solution if and only if D divides B. Okay, where D is the greatest common divisor of A and n. Means we shall consider the congruence Ax is congruent to B mod n, and which is equivalent to Diophantine equation Ax minus ny is equals to B. we know that this Diophantine equation is solvable if D divides B. That means the Diophantine equation Ax minus Ny is equals to B has solution if and only if D divides B. But this Diophantine equation is equivalent to the given congruence. Ax is congruent to B mod n, and hence the given congruence has a solution if and only if D divides B, where D is the greatest common divisor of A and N. This is a solution of first part. That means the given congruence Ax congruent to B mod n has solution if and only if D divides B. Next part is if D divides B, then it has D mutually incongruent solutions modulo n. To prove this, we shall assume that x0, y0 is one solution. We have to prove that there are D incongruent solution modulo n. As to prove that there exists a D solutions, at first we assume that one solution is x0, y0. But in the article Diophantine equation, we see that the all solutions are given by the formula x is equals to x0 plus n by d into t, and y is equal to y0 plus a by d into t. Here t is in integer. When t has the values 0, 1, 2 up to d minus 1, means how many values are there starting from 0 to d minus 1? That means there are d values. Then putting these values in first equation, we shall obtain x0, x0 plus n by d, x0 plus 2n by d, so on, x0 plus dn minus 1, d minus 1 into n divided by d. We get these values putting the values of t in first equation. Okay, that means there are these D solutions. As there are these D solutions, but these D solution must be incongruent to each other. Means they are not congruent to. Means to prove that they are not congruent to each other, we shall assume that any two solutions are congruent and try to obtain a contradiction. For this, suppose that x0 plus n by d t1 is congruent to x0 plus n by d t2 mod n, where 0 is less than or equal to t1, is less than or equal to t2, is less than or equal to d minus 1. Then we have n by d t1 is congruent to n by d t2 mod n, because we can cancel x0 on both sides, and then we get this congruence. Again, the greatest common divisor of n by d with n is equals to n by d, and therefore by the property of congruence, the congruence can be written as t1 is congruent to t2 mod n. Then by the definition of divisibility, we get d divides t1 minus t2. But as we have t1 is less than or equal to t2, therefore t2 minus t1 or t1 minus t2 is less than d, and therefore this is not possible. D divides t1 minus t2 is not possible because value of t1 minus t2 is smaller than d, and therefore it is not possible that d will be divides any other integer which is smaller than itself, and therefore this is not possible. That means we get a contradiction. So why we get a contradiction? Because our assumption is that these two congruences, these two values are congruent to each other. But if we consider these are the congruent, we get a contradiction, and therefore x0 plus n by d t1 is not congruent to x0 plus n by d t2 mod n. Means, as we have considered these d solutions, any one of these d solution, any one will be not equal to any other of these d solution. Means there are different d solution. Now we shall prove that rather than this d solution, there does not exist any other solution. For example, we shall assume that x0 plus n by d into t is any other solution. Then by the division algorithm, we have t is equals to qd plus r, 0 is less than equal to r is less than equal to d minus 1. Means here in this division algorithm, we have divided by t by d. Okay. Then x0 plus n by d into t is congruent to x0 plus n by d. Here means equal to, put the value of t as a qd plus r, and therefore this value become x0 plus n by d qd plus r. Then multiplying by n by d, we get x0 plus nq plus n by d into r. And then you can observe that this is congruent to x0 plus n by d r mod n. Okay, that means x0 plus n by dt is congruent to x0 plus n by d r mod n. Here x0 plus n by dr is one of our deselected solution. That means if we consider any other solution which is equal to out of any one of our deselected solution, that means we have proved that there exists a D solution. Any two solution out of these two D solution are incongruent, and also there does not exist any other solution except this D selected solution. That means given congruence Ax is congruent to B mod n has D incongruent solutions. Now using this proof we solve problem. Before that we can observe that if GCD of An is equal to 1, then it has a unique solution, because we know that by the theorem there exists a D solution, but GCD equal to 1, that means value of D is equals to 1. No doubt there exists only one solution, that means there exists a unique solution. Now we shall see some problems. First problem, solve the linear congruence 25x is congruent to 15 mod 29. Means we have to obtain the solution. That means we have to obtain the value of x which satisfy this congruence. The given congruence is 25x is congruent to 15 mod 29. Now we shall compare with Ax is congruent to B mod n. Therefore A is equal to 25, B is equals to 15 and n is equal to 29. The corresponding Diophantine equation is 25x minus 29y is equals to 15, because in the definition we have seen that the congruence Ax is congruent to B mod n is equivalent to the Diophantine equation Ax minus ny is equals to B. Ax minus ny is equals to B. Here A is equal to 25, n is equal to 29 and B is equals to 15. Therefore, the given congruence is equivalent to the Diophantine equation 25x minus 29y is equals to 15. Now, we have to find the GCD of AN. Because why we have to find GCD? It is required when D divides B, the given congruence has solution. Is for that purpose we require GCD of A and N. Here A is 25, N is 29. We shall divide bigger number by smaller number. Means dividing 29 by 25, we get by division algorithm 29 is equals to 1 into 25 plus 4. Then next divisor is 25. We have to divide 25 by remainder 4, and therefore we get 25 is equals to 6 into 4 plus 1. Then divide 4 by 1, the remainder is 0. And by Euclidean algorithm, we know that last non-zero remainder is the greatest common divisor. Here last non-zero remainder is 1, and therefore value of D is 1. Then we know that if D divides B, it has D solution. What is a B? In this case, B is 15, and we know that 15 is divisible by 1, that is D divides B, and therefore the given congruence has D solution. D means one incongruent solution. Now, 1 can be written as, from the reverse process of division algorithm, we have to find the values of x and y. Therefore, 1 can be written as 25 minus 6 into 4. Then put the value of remainder 4 from previous equation. Means from this equation we shall put the value of 4. At first we shall write the value of 1 from last equation. Okay, and then we shall put the value of this 4 as a 29 minus 1 into 25. And therefore it can be written as 1 into 25 minus 6 into 29 plus 6 into 25. And simplifying, we shall get this as a 7 into 25 minus 6 into 29. But in our Diophantine equation in right side, there is a 15, and therefore we shall multiply both sides by 15. And multiplying, we get here 15 is equals to 105 into 25 minus 19 into 29, and therefore x0 is equal to, compare with the congruence, ax minus ny is equals to b. B is 15. A is 25. That means x is a 105. That means x0 is 105 and y0 is 19. Actually here a value of y0 is not required. We have x0 is equal to 105. Then all solutions are given by x is equals to x0 plus n by t into t. Here t is equals to 0. Remember that we have taken t is equals to 0 because value of d is 1. The solutions started from taking t equal to 0, t equal to 1, t equal to 2, dash dash up to t equal to d minus 1. As there is only one solution, we have to take only one value of d, that is first value of d, that is a 0. After putting t equal to 0, this n by d into t, this value becomes 0. That means we get x is equal to x0. And as x0 is 105, we get x is equals to 105. That means x is congruent to 105 mod 29. This is a solution. But we have to find incongruent solution, smallest solution. But 105 is congruent to 18 mod 29, and then using a is congruent to b mod n and b is congruent to c mod n implies a is congruent to c mod n. Here we get x is congruent to 18 mod 29, which is the required solution. Okay. Student, here you have to remember that To solve the linear congruence AX is congruent to B mod N, you have to solve the Diophantine equation AX minus NY is equals to B. Those students who are able to find the solution of Diophantine equation, he can solve the linear congruence. Okay, it is very easy, nothing different. It is only we have to solve the Diophantine equation. By similar manner, we can solve the second. 5x is congruent to 2 mod 26, and which is equivalent to 5x minus 26y is equals to 2. Then we have to find the GCD of 5 and 26, and as usual by Euclidean algorithm you can observe that its GCD is 1 divides B, that means 1 divides 2, right hand side is 2 of Diophantine equation. Therefore given congruence has D solution. D is 1, that means it has 1 incongruent solution. Then as usual you have to find the values of x0 and y0. Here you will get x0 is equal to minus 10, y0 is equal to 2. Then all solutions are given by x is equal to x0 plus n by d into t. As value of d is 0, we have to consider t also equal to d. Value of d is 1, you have to consider t is equals to 0. Remember that if value of d is 2, we have to consider two first values of t. That is, when d is equal to 2, we have to consider t is equals to 0 and 1. Already we have seen these in Diophantine equation. Then putting the t is equal to 0, you will get x is equal to x0, but x0 is minus 10. Therefore x is equal to minus 10, that is x is congruent to minus 10 mod n. By similar manner, you can observe that 16 is congruent to minus 10 mod 26, and therefore using the property of congruence, we can write x is congruent to 16 mod 26, which is the required solution of congruence. With this problem, today we shall stop our lecture. Thanking you.